As I'm about to define, I recommend hiking in Doc Martens. As I am about to define. So how I defined hiking is the most important thing. I believe that the word hiking can be used for a walk with your dog for a couple of miles, walk with your dog for a couple blocks, walk alone, walk with friends. As much as it could be defining an adventurous experience. Could be in a park, it could be in a national park, it could be in a forest. So there are many different ways to use the word hiking. And what I did is I went out and hiked in a national park in another country through creeks, mud, bridges, rough terrains, rocks, sides of hillsides, and these are the pair of Doc Martens that I wore. So can you hike in Doc Martens, something more than just a stroll or however way you define that? Yes, just using the right ones with the right soles. And what are the right ones with the right soles that I have found so far? It's these, the Tech Combs Camo Casual Boot. God, that's a long name. So Tech Combs, as I've seen them, they all have this look. They're kind of like this desert military, something that you would expect a soldier to wear in modern times, I guess. It has this type of sole, so it's not the original sole. Very, very important for me to express that, because I do not recommend using the original sole on a hike as the one that I went on. Other thing to note is I love that on the site it says casual boot, and that threw me off. When you see the word casual boot, just like when I buy a pair of modern, made in England, from the vintage collection, which again is a name, it has, most of them have some text there that says fashion. And it's because they're not workwear. Even though they're reminiscent of the styles that came decades before in regards to the look, they are not meant to be that way. There's been this amazing evolution of Doc Martens in the most casual and slightest of ways. They have changed little things, how they've done the density of the sole, little parts that they may have taken out, what type of leather treatments they're doing, all for the sake of the grand vision of having a comfortable boot, a comfortable shoe. The airwear sole was the beginning of it all. Okay, stepping down off that, getting back to my hiking experience. I wanted to set myself up for success. And one of the things that I saw with shoes like Danner or even Converse that have Gore-Tex, right? I noticed that this was some type of water resistance and waterproofing. So I wanted to do that with these because, again, wanted to set myself up for success. This is my waterproofing of choice. It is fantastic. It is breathable. It is NIKWAX. So NIKWAX, they do not sponsor this. I did my own research. This is all, Doc Martens doesn't even sponsor this. This is all from the love of my heart, at least for now. Maybe they will one day, and then I'll state it as so. But it'll still be the same star-cross on Doc Martens. Okay, I digress. NIKWAX, fabric and leather proofing. So it's breathable, it works. Let me talk about how I applied it. So the first thing, make sure your boots are clean, or your shoes are clean, or whatever kind of fabric, regular natural fabric, synthetic fabric. This is a poly canvas blend that's used for these. So make sure when you apply it that the footwear is clean. In the case of these, they were brand new. So they were out of the box, tried on in the store, tried on at home, enjoyed them a bit, and then I went ahead and waterproofed them. So a couple of things, be generous. The bottle, it lasts. I mean, even if you had to put it on every time you went on an adventure hike, you can get the NIKWAX. I specifically got it on Amazon, and it lasts. And as you are spraying it on, any excess, you could just dab it, and that works. So I sprayed it all over the boot, on the toe caps, on the laces. I went everywhere on the exterior, and it worked like gangbusters. I not only for waterproofing it, but also to add this little protection. I didn't, as you see, this still has kind of some dirt on it, but they were pretty much caked. You couldn't even see the camo. They were pretty much the same color as this light colored camo that's on there. That's how they looked, and it was just a quick rinse in a bathroom sink, and we were good to go. Let's break down these boots a bit. Again, I said they were a polyester blend with canvas. Aside from that, they came with 2 sets of laces, a black set and a contrast with this red highlighting. I was shown these boots by one of the managers at the Doc Martens store on Market Street in San Francisco. And I think where our conversation started with these boots was her calling out the laces. And she said that they were turning some people off. And we were both like, whoa, no, they're awesome. And she's like, right? So that was very enticing. I'm so stoked that she actually put them on there as a display because they sold me on it. Stylistically, little sidebar here, I wear mostly black pants, so having that color pop was a bonus for me. You know, sometimes too much black on black with shoes and stuff, it's just too mono for me. Just for general, I like going mono, but not all the time. So it has the 2 sets of laces. I'm keeping these on for right now. Other things to talk about is how it laces. It does the regular eyelets, and then it has the hooks on the last 2. It's fantastic. It's really easy to get on and off. I personally don't hook it. I hook it with the tongue throughout the entire boot, but I skip the last one. And specifically because if I have it skipped on the last one, for me, and this is all going to depend on, you know, the shape of your foot, of course. If I have it where it's just the last 2 hooks, it's easy to get off. And then just as easy as to get off, I can go ahead and do the hook, tie, slip knot. And lastly, with these specifically, buckle, snap, and I'm good to go. So that brings me over to the buckle. I love it. I have grown accustomed to good ankle support. And with the cushioning in the inside and the buckle strap, I get good ankle support. I felt protected on these different situations. I felt safe. I felt stable. I was putting myself out there a little bit more than I would normally just because I wanted to put them through a test so I can kind of put my seal on this, that these are proper hiking. Again, I wouldn't say extreme because I didn't do extreme hiking. This was adventure hiking in a national park, again, with creeks, mud, wooden bridges, different rocks, steep hillsides. Worked fantastic. And I went for it. So look at this sole. Great sole. So I said that I wouldn't recommend the original sole. And she used a pair of 1461s Similar to these, just a newer style. And she has incredible balance, and she is way more athletic than I am. But at the same time, there was a lack of stability on the rocks that I was able to have with these. So I would advise against these for those types of hikes. Love the original sole. It is near and dear to my heart, even though other soles really get my attention. Primarily, I love a Bex, and currently I love a Ripple sole, as we see them in the Made in Asia collection, or Made in Asia line, which is most of Doc Martens. The Ziggy sole, which is the same thing as the Ripple sole. That's just what they call them for Made in Asia. Now, other soles that I would recommend that I have not tried on these types of hikes, but from the experience I have here, I suspect, so this is an assumption, I want to be clear about that. Good old Commando. I think that the Commando would do well. I believe this is a 939, right? God, it'd be silly if I didn't remember that. But I think so. I don't know if it even says it inside of these. Correct me in the comments. You know I love being corrected. It's how I learn. But these are fantastic. They have, they're 101s, 6 holes. I have had the ones with the padding on top. Again, decent ankle sole support. I like it a little bit higher personally, but I do like me some 101s. So I would say that these, if you already have them and you're not ready to splurge on this, I think they're worth a try. Even though I would avoid the original sole for adventure hiking as I define it. So get out there, wear Doc Martens, specifically something like this or the Commando sole, and yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy your hike. Know that in my experience with all that I mentioned, even being somebody with stability problems, it's very clumsy, I felt good in these tech combs with the poly blend and this strap for good ankle support. Adventures out there. If you liked the video you just saw or wanted to add something to it, go ahead and click on the like and the comment button down below. Also, if you wanted to keep up with all the videos that I create, subscribe, and then once you subscribe you can tap on the bell and then you'll receive an email, so you're always kind of in the know. I mean, you watched it, right? So I guess you liked it. You gotta tell the, algorithms what to show other people and what people are interested in. And besides that, I need validation. I need to know that I'm making something that people actually enjoy and want me to continue making more of, right? What do you think, Cherry? Yeah? Think they should do it? Yeah, she thinks so.